Welcome to Let's Play Deus Ex Invisible War. I always forget what this one's called. I had to wait for the title screen to pop up. This is not everyone's favorite Deus Ex game. It's got some weaknesses, but there's still something here. There's still something here. You know. It's not terrible. It's got a neat little intro cinematic. Escaping with our biomods. Helicopter's got a T for Tarsus. So that's the organization where we're hanging out right now.
The infusion lab?
Evacuated.
Trainees?
Gave the order myself.
What did you tell them?
I told them to run.
And this
That's all they need
scientist
to
sounds
hear
like
until we
Walton
reach
Simons.
Agreed.
Anything new on the terrorist?
He's in the city. No
But he
idea
doesn't
yet.
look like him.
Unclear whether we're the target.
An academic distinction if he really has a nanite detonator.
Scanning. Survey region clear.
The security bots have acquired the target. We're too late!
Helipad, let's go. Move! Jesus, did they destroy the whole city to get at us?
Our enemies aren't that desperate.
Perhaps we made a new enemy.
What do they already know about the Seattle facility?
We have other options.
We aren't equipped to fight a war.
We're going to change the terms of engagement. It's our war, not theirs. We don't need cities or armies. We have the cells of human bodies. An invisible weapon for an invisible war.
Hey, that's the name of the game. An invisible army for an invisible Deus Ex war. We've got a terrorist with a gray goo nanite bomb. We've got a redhead who already has the jump augmentation. And apparently the default main character is the white lady. Got 6 choices. Male or female of 3 different colors. Can't choose the hair or anything. We are not the redhead at the beginning. That is our friend. We'll meet her, but we are not her. We can make it look like Fallout. But we won't. We'll use normal colors, normal difficulty. Realistic difficulty, I thought about doing. Stuff, everybody dies easier. You die easier, but so do the enemies. But we'll go with normal, because I haven't played the game all the way through in a very long time. I'm not an expert at it. Just playing it as just normal men. Just innocent men. Or women, as the case is. So we escaped the Grey Goo bomb, went to a different facility. We are involved with some sort of guy who sounds like he's a conspiracy guy and wants to be involved in sneaky manipulations behind the scenes. There's terrorists. And what's our friend up to with the red hair and the jump augmentation? Well, we got some binoculars, so we can look out the window at our pigeon friend. See him in the dark. We can see him even now. Little pigeon friend. He's always there. The moon is not very featureful. And none of these windows have anything in them. They're all just little low-res light spots. But there's the city. There's our pigeon friend. There's our trophy for who knows what. Basketball, I guess. I guess it's a trophy for basketball. That would make sense, since we've got a basketball in our footlocker. Hey, guess what? I'm a big fan of basketball. Get it? Big fan basketball. So now we've got a map. Yes, this is one of those games that unlocks features as you find the thing. When you first start the game, you can't do anything. But now we found a map, so we can open the data vault. We found binoculars, so we can open our inventory. But we can't open our biomods yet, because we don't have any yet. Light automatically turned on, motion sensor. Look at the ceiling. Normal looking ceiling, right? Keep that in mind for later. Get the ceiling, nice texture on it. I remember when the Xbox came out and you started seeing these games, I think they call that bump mapping, where the texture is actually different depending on the angle of the light hitting it. Anyway, candy bar, nothing under the pillow, but you always gotta check.
Welcome, Alex. I see that you're awake.
Just trying to sleep off the chopper ride. What happened? The guards practically dragged me to the roof.
Let me introduce myself. Layla Nassif, director of the Tarsus Academy here in Seattle.
I've been moved to Seattle? What about Billy? Is she here too?
Alex, I'm afraid something happened in Chicago. A terrorist attack. We evacuated you and Billy just in time.
No one told me anything about an attack. How bad is it? I have friends in Chicago.
You don't want all the details in one dose, trust me. Why don't you come downstairs to meet the other trainees? Refer to the map you found of the facility. Billy Adams you know from Chicago. Check in with her in apartment 454 on your way down.
What was that noise?
Nothing to be concerned about. You have your assignment, Alex.
Go meet Billy Adams. That's the high-jumping redhead. At least, I think that's who that is. I mean, she looks similar and she's here. She seems important. Bathroom, all the usual. Sink has a water sprite. Shower's got water sprites. But the toilets don't in this game. The toilets just make a noise. And shake the building. Haha. Now that was just good timing. Just good timing. My dumps did not shake the building. It was just a coincidence. So Billy is suspicious of this company that we're living with. I just realized I thought the frame rate was dying earlier, but it's because when you highlight something it slows down your look when you highlight something. That's why it stutters sometimes when you sweep the cursor across the screen because it's highlighting something. You have to actually hit it for it to do it. Okay. Sorry, enough goofing around. We got a picture and a picture. Picture in a hold on. Picture in a picture.
Until our security assessment changes,
That didn't
Tarsus
work.
will
Oh.
Please remain in the main complex.
I didn't know that would happen before I went and looked. I didn't know that would happen if I wasn't looking at it. I thought I had to walk down the hall. So yeah, this vent blows up. Knocks out the guard. He's dead. This game has ragdolls.
Attention trainees. Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
We got some ammo off the dead guard. Sling him across the desk. Seattle is split into upper and lower quadrants, just like Final Fantasy VII's Midgar. Is it Midgar? Midgard? I don't remember. It's one of those.
Changes, Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus. Please
I don't have my flashlight yet. Coffee maker makes noise, but nothing comes out. Janitor ran by when he saw that happen. You can drink water to get health like Duke Nukem. 3D anyway.
Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
Can you break these? You can break some things. Yeah. Broke it.
Greetings.
What if I try to sequence break?
Until our security assessment changes, Tarsus will be
I
operating.
told you to check in with Billy first. Apartment 454. She'll give you the elevator code.
Eh.
What's going on? I saw one of your troopers killed.
All part of SSC duties. I can't comment except to say the situation will be under control shortly.
What do you mean, no comment? I saw a man die.
Move along. I know you have your orders and I have mine. Now let me do my job.
I've got just as much training as you do, if not more. Why don't you let me help out?
Why don't you keep your mouth shut and just stay out of SSC's way?
You notice how bright it is when we were talking, and then it gets dark again when we stop talking? The game does that. It's a strange thing.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
You'll be in the dark talking to somebody, but when you start a conversation, it lights up.
Hi, this is Clara. Sorry I'm not in my quarters right now. I'm probably on the lower level.
Every time I restart the game, it turns off my subtitles.
Training, but thanks for stopping by. Hi, this is Clara. Sorry I'm not in my quarters right now. I'm probably on the lower level for training, but thanks for stopping by.
We'll meet her in a minute. We'll also meet this person in a minute over here.
You looking for me?
Until our
You looking
security
for Leo
assessment changes, Tarsus
Jankowski?
will be
I'm probably
operating
in the
as a
rec
closed
area
campus.
working out. We're
Please
already
remain
on a
in the main
plane
complex.
for Ford RCP, Special Security Division. And I bet you wish it was you. Huh, plebe?
Hey, janitor, watch. Watch how bright it gets when we start talking to the janitor.
Oh, God. He's really dead, isn't he?
What happened?
Mike and I, we've worked here for years. Usually nothing makes it past the turrets.
Do you know what's going on? Dr. Nassif acted like nothing's wrong.
I'm sure SSC will be sending help any minute now.
That's weird, right?
Wait. I've got to
Until
snap
our
out.
security assessment changes, Tarsus will be operating as a closed campus.
At least it's
Please
snowball,
remain
I
in the
guess.
main complex.
Hey, dude, he got blown up by air conditioning.
You must have orders from Dr. Nassif. You should probably get going.
Okay.
Yeah, who's there?
It's me, Alex.
Finally. It's about time you woke up. Come on in. We've got to talk about what's been going on around here.
Attention trainees. Self-study will last only
Yeah, the whole
until
building's
top of the
blowing up.
hour.
What's up with that?
I take it you heard the disturbance.
Any idea what's going on around here? This Dr. Nassif is telling me to ignore what sounded like an explosion, and I just saw a man killed in the hallway.
I tried to get answers out of Dr. Nassif, but all she'd give me is the elevator code. It's 28901 if you need it. I don't know what's going on, but it's clear we're not safe. We don't know anyone here, so we'd better watch each other's back.
Thanks. I guess I should meet our hostess here already. Not much else I can do, and maybe I can get some better answers in person. You coming?
No, not yet. I've got things to do.
Attention trainees. Self-study will last only until the top of the hour.
Red. So, all of your food gets put in the same stack, but it does keep track of what you got. So as you eat it, it actually, if I select it, no, you can't see what you have until you start eating it. And when one thing goes, then the next will pop up. So we got bread, we got soy. What? I am taking it seriously. I might need this health. I might need your soy food to get my health back up. I'm taking it very seriously.
Are you feeling okay?
No. I did that out of spite. I turned on your coffee maker because you were a jerk about the soy food. There you go. I think that's an EMP grenade in there, but it's probably just not worth the multi-tool. And we don't have a multi-tool yet anyway. Anything under your pillow? Nope. What's that up there? Nothing. How's your bathroom doing? That's just the usual. Okay. What if I do this? She flinched. She flinched.
I'm sure you've already made a good first impression on Dr. Nassif.
Yeah, she wasn't exactly thrilled to catch me rifling through her office.
You've always been good at making friends.
There were an awful lot of strange files in Nassif's office. All this stuff about test subjects and observation. I can't imagine what that has to do with Tarsus. You should see if you have more luck poking around.
I'll let you know if I learn anything.
Until our security assessment changes, Tarsus will be operating.
Have you met anyone else here besides Nassif?
Yeah, I've met 2 of the other trainees. I wasn't impressed. Just like our first day at Chicago Tarsus years ago. There's never any decent competition.
That bad?
Trust me, you and I must be the best Tarsus has to offer right now.
Well, you do have a point there.
Nassif owes us an explanation for everything.
Tarsus is falling apart. We need to get out before it comes crashing down on us.
We are about to meet the other 2 trainees, and they are not impressive. Can I break this? Look at the mess this would make. Ooh. That was enough of a mess to knock down the frame rate, wasn't it? I think. Or maybe just the animation is kind of choppy when it breaks. Clean that up. You're a cleaner bot. Clean that up.
Breaking news. The city of Chicago is under attack. We've only just received the first reports, so little is clear at this point. It is known that the city is suffering from some sort of disintegrative explosion. Nanotech is suspected. An excessively high mortality rate is expected. No known organization has yet taken responsibility for the attack. When you drink a cup of coffee, you drink Pequods, because Pequods is a pioneer of the new economy. Efficient, modern, clean. Pequods is on the cutting edge of nutrition and biomedicine. Our coffee will whiten your teeth and protect against ulcers. Pequods, coffee for your kind of world.
Our first mention of Pequods. This is like the main thing I remember about the game, is the Pequods subplot. Yes, that advertisement does actually lead into a somewhat significant part of the game. It's not really important, but it's a neat little subplot. It goes throughout a lot of the game anyway. You're a jerk. I don't want to talk to you again. Elevator music. Yes, auto-saving. Not all Xbox games autosave, and this one just does it at the beginning of each level. But at least it does it, in case you forget. Did you notice the compass at the top of the screen? Well, just in case you didn't, there is one. I didn't notice it until that little tutorial popped up. Okay, we can't sneak past here. I've tried. Maybe if I'm right up against the wall, it still won't work.
I know what you must be thinking. Don't worry. This won't be a repeat of Chicago.
The facility's under attack. By who?
No one. Just an isolated incident. Listen, we want the trainees to stay in the rec area. You'll be safe down here.
Doctor, we have a code yellow.
Hello, Stan. Are you sure?
One of the guards turned up dead.
I'll be right there. You'd better introduce yourself to the others. Clara's just down the hall and Leo's running laps around the track.
What's going on? I have a right to know if I'm in danger.
Wow,
You'll
lighting.
be safe in the rec area. Go, Alex. I don't have time to debrief every one of the trainees.
See, when you automatically crank up the light on conversations, and then you've got something like this that's bright and in the way anyway, then you can get some real neat, messed up looking effects like that. This game does have neat lighting though when you're just in the game. It's just too bad they did that weird thing with the conversations. It's like there's a lot of light and shadow and it's pretty smooth and glowy. Alright, let's go down here first before what happens. Because the lights are on in the... That's weird. The reflections on the floor are moving in a really weird way. I don't know what the deal with that is. But we got a glass basketball floor. For some reason. With hologram lines on it.
Job's a job.
Don't know why that's better than a regular basketball floor, but... I don't think you get anything for making baskets in this game, it doesn't seem like. And it's really hard to do. But in the first game, if you made a basket, you got a little message. In this game, you don't seem to.
I wish I had more target practice.
Which is sad. I guess nobody's gonna sign me up for the Knicks. So this is what the basketball court looks like when the lights are on. Kinda neat. There's an emergency light, that might come into play later. We are under attack after all. Vending machine. Don't want to spend the money just for food, though.
Hello there, you must be Alex. I'm Clara Sparks.
Hi. What's going on? It looks like this facility is under attack.
Probably just more demolition. That's Upper Seattle, you know, always growing. We hear it all the time. Hey, you must be overwhelmed. I mean, Chicago, the whole city. Was your family from there?
My foster parents.
Your parents? Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. If I can do anything to make you feel more at home, let me know.
You don't really seem like the secret agent type.
I'm not kidding about an attack. I saw a guard die in an explosion.
Really? I haven't heard any shooting. Are you sure it wasn't an accident?
No, but the man who interrupted Dr. Nassif mentioned a code yellow emergency. Does this sort of thing happen a lot?
Ask Dr. Nassif. I'm just a trainee. They moved me here a couple weeks ago.
After the attack on Chicago, aren't you a little nervous? Why so many transfers?
Actually, Leo and I requested to be sent here because this is where you finish training and get briefed on your first assignment. Isn't it exciting? I wonder what company I'll be working for.
Oh, you're the corpo type, huh? Getting your brain scanned? It's very easy to knock stuff around in this game. This whole big gurney thing, just bump right into it and it flies around. I can't lift it though. Yet. Can't lift it yet. I can awkwardly stumble on top of it. I was trying to pick you up, sorry. I'm trying to pick up Clara.
So you've been here 2 weeks. Any advice?
Just do your best, and I'm sure you'll get a good rating. We have drills in the morning, exercise and self-study in the afternoons. Oh, and you'll be getting a suite of biomods. They give you the infusions during the first week.
Sounds as though you like it here.
Oh, sure. In the evening, we're usually free to move about the city. This building is at the edge of Upper Seattle. You'll be amazed at what a nice enclave the WTO has built.
Yeah?
Actually, I feel a little guilty when I think about all the people still living in post-collapse shanties. My family's from Lower Seattle.
Billy and I are from Old Chicago. We had sector passes to go to the Tarsus school in the new Chicago enclave. I guess all of that's gone now. Billy and I, we always planned to send money home once we got assigned.
Take care of yourself, Alex. You've been through a lot. It was good meeting you.
Oh, I hear this jackass running around. Let's go catch him. Let's go show him that we can run faster than he can. He's not so great. Like, we can really outrun him. You call that running? This game doesn't even have a sprint button. Okay.
So, they let the Chicago transfers out of their cages. You're looking at Leo Jankowski. You train here now, so I guess you can call me Leo.
Alex, I just talked to Dr. Nassif. Know anything about a Code Yellow emergency? A security guard has been murdered.
Would I be running if there was an emergency? Me? You never heard the name Leo Jankowski in Chicago?
I'm Alex D. Nobody knows what the D stands for.
Sorry.
I'm the one with the perfect special ops rating. They didn't tell you this? Why would they keep it a secret?
Ever heard the name Alex D? They told me the same thing.
What? Really?
Just kidding. Listen, I'm serious. You didn't hear the explosions? I saw a guard killed right in front of me on the apartment level.
Probably staged. A test for the new transfers. They rewrote the exercises because of my performance. If there was trouble, they'd notify me immediately.
That was such an awkward way of structuring that interaction. Just kidding. Look, I'm serious. Just kidding, but I'm serious. Just kidding about this thing, but I'm serious about the other thing I said. Like, just awkwardly constructed. It's like real life.
The guard was dead, I'm sure of it.
Better look again. They did the same thing to me during summer recon. I got a perfect score because I kept my cool.
Sounds like you're in this for the adventure.
Why'd you sign up? Money?
My foster parents enrolled me at a Tarsus middle school. I never thought about it much.
An orphan? You were pretty pampered for an orphan. Why not be a banker or something?
I grew up in Old Chicago, not some cozy enclave. My parents made it clear I was gonna have to make it on my own. When I got picked for the Covert Ops program, I figured what the hell.
What the hell? What kind of assignment do you expect with that attitude?
A risky one, with a big salary.
I gotta get back to my run.
Let me finish my run.
He's gonna finish running away.
Facility is under attack. Alex, please get the med kit and the multi-tools from your equipment locker next to the basketball. Just a precaution. I'm transmitting the soft key ID to your data vault right now. More details when they become available.
Red alert. There has been a severe security breach.
I bet it is a drill, some kind of test. They'll be watching to see how we handle ourselves.
Dr. Nassif, please report to A17.
I bet they watch you handle yourself. Uh-huh.
Guess there's not much we can do yet.
Huh?
Red alert. There has been a severe security breach.
I hope it's nothing serious.
No, They do this all the time for mundane drills.
Maybe it's just a drill.
Yeah, they shake the building with explosions for drills all the time. It's just practice for when the next explosion really happens.
Red alert. There has been a severe
Practice
security breach.
explosions. Actually, the lights are still on in here. Huh.
Dr. Nassif, please report to A17. Dr. Nassif, please report to A17.
Get your equipment. I'll watch your back.
You watch my back.
Red alert. There has been a severe security breach.
Locker room. Toothpaste. Toothpaste doesn't splat. It just bounces and falls. Actually, it doesn't bounce. It does kind of stick to the wall, but it doesn't make a mess. This will make a mess. Come on. Come on. Break. There we go. I like to break stuff. It's fun. Okay, yeah, here's my locker. I was just telling you how the lock picking works.
Terrorists seem to belong to the Order, religious fanatics. Their exact objective is unclear. All trainees will evacuate the facility immediately. Use the elevator in my office.
So the red bar next to a locked door tells you how strong the door is, and the number of locks tells you how many multi-tools it'll take to open it. There are no lockpicks, there's just multi-tools in this game. It's one of the things they simplified. The other thing they simplified is ammo. Every gun uses the same ammo. So you don't really have like a backup weapon, because it would use the same ammo as your main weapon. So you just have whatever weapons you like, because you don't have different kinds of ammo. Just keep whatever weapons you want to keep and use them when you want. We pick the pistol up. It's got a flashlight for alternate fire. Leo's locker had ammo and food. Clara's locker has ammo and an energy cell. I don't want to waste the multi-tool, but I do want that spider bomb and that money. So we'll open. What's her name's? Billy. I forgot Billy's name. She's got the good stuff. Credits. Cigarettes, spider bomb. Whoops. So the spider bomb gets you a little spider bot ally. They're very good for certain things, but they're pretty fragile and easily killed, so they're not good for everything. One of those common video game flashlights that you wish had a wider beam.
We've got trouble. I spotted a seeker coming our way.
Who turned the light
There's
on?
no reason for me to drag a trainee into a firefight. Why don't you try to slip out before I start shooting?
Sounds like a good way to become a target.
Not if you're careful. Just stick to the shadows, crouch, and move slowly. You'll come through just fine.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get out without being seen.
Good luck. I'll hold fire as long as I can.
I'm gonna try to sneak out, let her fight this enemy. Normal stealth stuff. Stay in the dark, stay quiet, move slow. Did he see me?
Storming the facility. Evacuate immediately. Warning. Autonomous security systems have been compromised.
I'm not joking. Give yourself up. Order demands your extermination.
Yeah, he saw me. Hey lady, shoot that guy for me. Help.
Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
I'm ready to use force.
Warning. Autonomous security systems have been compromised. This is not a drill. I repeat,
Where'd he go? How come you guys aren't shooting each other?
intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately. Warning. Autonomous security systems have been compromised.
Feel that?
Good job.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
I thought the students were being
Intruders are
evacuated.
storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
I'm kind of surprised you took him out on your own.
Warning. Autonomous security systems have been compromised.
Now,
This is not a drill. I repeat,
got a
this
clip.
is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility.
And
Evacuate
there's
immediately.
another pistol. We don't want that.
Warning. Autonomous security systems have
This
been
dead person has a clip.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately. Warning. Autonomous security systems have been compromised.
You know what's weird is the first few times I played through this, I found a EMP grenade
Intruders are storming the facility.
after this fight.
Warning. Autonomous security
And
systems
I haven't
have
found
been
it the last couple of times. Not sure where that EMP grenade came from or where it's gone to.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
I thought it was just this guy carrying it, but I don't find it anymore. It's twice in a row I haven't found it.
Security systems have been compromised. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
The gun's still there.
Warning. Autonomous security systems have been compromised.
There is something under the stairs.
This is not a drill. I repeat,
I can't get under there.
intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
Can I reach it from here?
Warning. Autonomous security systems have been compromised.
That's it. Well, I found it, but I can't reach it.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate immediately.
I'm so sad.
Warning. Autonomous security systems
Well,
have
that's
been compromised.
unfortunate. Why'd you have to shoot him right there? Why do you have to drop it through the stairs? Come on, Dan.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Billy, what are you doing? We all got the same orders. Get out of the facility through Nassif's office.
Forget that. How do you know they won't just cut us loose, given all this trouble at their facilities? Grab what you can now. Get your biomods installed. Tarsus owes us that much. I got mine, and they're worth the trouble.
How? The facility's being locked down and evacuated.
Go back to your apartment. You'll be able to get to the biomod lab through a breach the Order made in the residential area.
Wait, do you know what's going on?
The Order contacted me in Chicago and told me how to uncover Tarsus's treachery. We're not trainees. We're test subjects. Finding out I've been used like that, I don't feel so bad about disobeying orders.
But where does the Order fit into all of this? I thought they were a world church, not private investigators. I need to know more before I start making decisions.
The Order believes in natural balance, and they see Tarsus's operations as a violation of that. It's impossible to live a balanced life if your actions are secretly manipulated by a lab with its own agenda. Now you have a chance to see the real Tarsus. Explore the facility, starting with your apartment.
This is not a drill. Intruders are storming the facility. Evacuate
So if we had two multi-tools, we could go in there, but the only thing in there is a
Warning. Autonomous
energy cell, I
security
think.
systems
I
have
think
been
that's what's in there.
compromised. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
So things have already gotten messy. We failed on the stealth. And the physics caused us to not be able to get a grenade that would be very helpful. And there's that weird lighting during conversations thing that happens.
If you want to avoid confrontations in the hall, you can crawl through a vent shaft I found earlier. It connects Clara's and Leo's apartments. Enter the apartment on your immediate left to get to it.
Other than that, it's alright though. So she wants us to go sneaky through the apartments, but that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to help this guy fight. Or at least I'm going to tell him I'm going to help him fight. Got a stun prod off this guy. Flash bomb. A little bit of ammo.
Never thought I'd see people die.
Dude, you literally signed up for the military.
Order be praised. May Her Holiness watch over and guide you.
There's a seeker down there. I guess I gotta take him down.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Cover me when I charge him? I mean, I can handle it by myself. It's just that in training, we always had backup.
Yeah, I got your back.
Sure, I've got your back.
All right, let's go.
You go on ahead. And I'm back here, watching.
Our seekers are securing the building.
You're dead, pal.
We have reprogrammed your security systems to neutralize threats to our cause.
Man, you got it. See? It's all good. You got him right.
We are here to rescue you from an inhumane scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it.
Thanks a million. No telling what he was gonna do next.
Order be
I know.
praised.
You're
May Her
lucky I was here to
Holiness
help.
watch over and guide you.
I helped a lot. I was very useful in that firefight. Somebody flipped the table over. What a mess.
This is the order. We are now in control of this facility.
Alright, so secret passages. Secret passages between apartments. What do we got in here? Really wish I had a wider throw on this flashlight. And that it didn't turn off every time I threw something. We got some bread. Somebody left the sink on.
Order be praised. May Her Holiness watch over and guide you. Inspecting surfaces.
Got a green flag. I'm guessing it probably says Tarsus. Oh, this wasn't locked. Got ammo, credits, a knife. Fantastic.
Our seekers are securing the building on foot. We have reprogrammed your security systems to neutralize threats to our cause.
Get that pillow out of the way. It's hiding an EMP grenade. So we do at least have one EMP grenade now.
We are here to rescue you from an inhumane scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it. Order be praised. May Her Holiness watch over and guide you. We are now in control of this facility. Our seekers are securing the building on foot. We have reprogrammed your security systems to neutralize threats to
Alright, found two multi-tools. Just recently. I wish we could find a light switch. Or at least get my vision augmented. If my vision was augmented, I wouldn't have to use this weedy little flashlight.
reject Tarsus and
It's another case that's not locked. And we got a mine. I'm sure we have something we want to drop. Probably the stun prod, because the stun prod uses the same ammo that all your guns use. So why waste ammo on a melee weapon? Alright, we got mines. I am going to get the strength augmentations.
You will each be interviewed individually in the near future to determine
So I'll be able to carry a little bit more stuff.
you within the company. Please keep in mind how important security has become. We are looking for assurances that moving you into these new positions is the right thing at this time. No one has yet claimed responsibility for the attack on Chicago. We don't know with any certainty whether it was an accident, an ideological strike against the WTO enclave there, or something else. Fortunately, we were able to evacuate the trainees there. They will be joining us at this location and you will be meeting them shortly. We appreciate your patience during this stressful period. You will each be interviewed individually in the near future to determine your interests and how they position you within the company. Please keep in mind how important security has become. We are looking for assurances that moving you into these new positions is the right thing at this time.
Once again, a pillow was hiding something. This time a multi-tool. That's twice now a pillow was hiding something in this game.
No one has yet claimed responsibility for the attack on Chicago. We don't know with any certainty whether it was an accident, an ideological strike against the WTO enclave there, or something else. Fortunately, we were able to evacuate the trainees there. They will be joining us at this location and you will be meeting them shortly. We appreciate your patience during this stressful
scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it.
I don't know what happened to the janitor. He's just not here anymore.
Order be praised. May Her Holiness watch over and guide you.
Alright. So this is Billy's apartment again. Once again, I got four multi-tools. I think I'll use one. I'm pretty sure this is an EMP. And I want EMP. Yes, EMP. Okay. She restocked her fridge since we were here. Whoops. So we got more food, more bread. That was redundant what I just said. More food, more bread.
Order be praised. May Her Holiness watch over and guide you.
So here's our apartment again.
This is the order. We are now in control of this facility.
Now watch the ceiling while I cut the power.
That's one of the subjects.
Programmed
the sound barrier. She can see us.
Neutralize threats to our cause.
What do you think she'll do?
Which one is it?
D03.
We are here to
I
rescue.
didn't get a chance to read the file.
Scientific experiment. Hear us. You have
Maybe
been
we should leave.
brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established.
Not with the security grid malfunctioning. We're fine right here.
Let's hope she has a sense of humor.
Order be praised. May Her Holiness watch over and guide you.
So people have been spying on us through a false ceiling.
We are now in control of this facility.
In our apartment.
Our seekers are securing the building on foot, and we have reprogrammed programmed your security systems to neutralize threats to our cause. We are here to rescue you from an inhumane scientific.
Is our pigeon still here? Pigeon's still here.
Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it. Order be praised. May her holiness
And a hole
watch
has
over
been blown in our bathroom. Alright. Into the back rooms. Ladders. Ladders work good in this game. You just... You know, I said that and then now it's not working right. Is it because I'm crouched? Yes. It's because I was crouched. Oh! Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, this is acting very weird all of a sudden. This is not... Huh. Never mind what I said about ladders working good in this game. I don't think I need the box, I can just climb up over here because we can do this. As long as you can get your arms up to it, you can grab and pull up. That was the wrong button. So we still don't really know anything. We're some sort of trainee in a secret program, and we're under attack by a religious terrorist group called the Order.
You've already seen the lab, so I guess it won't hurt anything for you to install a few biomods. You'll be needing them. The canisters will transfer seed populations of nanites into subregions of your body. You will need to configure each subpopulation for a specific skill. For instance, the actin drivers in your legs can either increase your speed or quiet your footsteps, not both.
It's a little late for a seminar on my biomod architecture.
The Tarsus program may be unconventional, but trust me, we take care of our trainees.
The people attacking Tarsus, are they the ones responsible for Chicago? What's going on?
The Order is an intolerant cult. They hate multinational corporations and the private security forces that protect them.
Hey, so do I.
Exactly, but I don't think they were involved with Chicago. They're a worldwide organization, not a band of terrorists.
Doesn't look that way to me.
Many organizations would like to see us fail. That's perhaps all I should say for now.
Why should I trust someone who spies on me in my own apartment?
We keep our operation secret for a reason, Alex. Don't expect a full debriefing while you're still in danger of being captured. Now install your biomods and get out of there.
Our seekers are securing the building.
Alright, so that just explains the biomod slots.
To neutralize threats to our cause. We are here to rescue you from an inhumane scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed. Reject Tarsus and the tyrants who established it.
We got active and passive, we got 5 different slots. And we've got 3 possible mods in each slot. So each slot has 2 possible mods that you can do with regular canisters, which is what we've got right now. And now we've got our light available. We always had the light, but we couldn't use it until we found some biomod canisters for some reason. So I'm going to do strength first. Just go ahead and do that all the way up. Because I know for sure But that's what I want to get in this slot. And it's the only regular mod that I know for sure I want to get. And level up. And we just maximize it because there's only 3 levels. And we got 3 canisters. So now we've got max strength. Doesn't cost any energy. More melee damage. And you can pick stuff up. And then we're going to get electrostatic discharge, which adds damage to robots from your melee attacks. So we're going to be good at melee between those two. But electrostatic discharge is a black market mod. You need black market containers first. And neural interfaces black market, which we're definitely going to get that. That's the top priority. That's for hacking. Probably going to get vision enhancement, so my vision will be augmented. And I don't know about the leg slot. I don't know if I'm going to do health leech or speed. I don't know yet. It depends on what canisters we get when.
Even though they run on normal energy cells, your systems are far more efficient than the standard piezo-chem architecture. Now get down to the street. The elevator on this level uses the lab's general access code, 3445. Trust me, Tarsus has a strict policy against voyeuristic behavior by our researchers. Your living quarters were observed only to ensure that our graduates show no behavioral abnormalities after the biomod infusion procedure.
Oh. So they want to get us naked so they can look at our muscle scans, huh? Sure, sure, sure. Apparently I don't dream.
We are here to rescue you from an inhumane scientific experiment. Hear us. You have been brainwashed.
I thought she had a logo on her chest, but it was the crosshair auto-aim thing.
Order be praised. May your holiness watch over and guide you.
The terrorists reprogrammed our security, and that turret up there means business. So we're trapped because the order's out there, taking down scientists.
There's gotta be some way to outsmart a camera.
If you can sneak past the camera, or take it out with EMP, you'll be fine. As soon as that camera catches sight of a target, the turret opens fire.
Sounds easy enough. Do you want to follow me through?
I'm not willing to take that risk, but you guys are trained for that sort of thing. I'm just supposed to be quietly observing students and taking notes from behind the glass. Hopefully backup will show up soon and rescue me, but you don't have that luxury. You cannot let yourself be captured.
Okay, have it your way.
Is there anything back here? No.
Seekers closing in, and our own security system turned against us. We're trapped. With your background, you should have no problem sneaking by the camera or taking it out with an EMP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cameras and turrets. We know how this works. I'm not going to waste the resources. I'm going to just run past. Whoops. When it's not looking. There we go. But there's something down there. Let's drop a save for the first time. Those are old saves from when I played like 20 years ago. Oh, don't look at the level names. Spoiler alert, don't look at the level names. Sorry, I didn't even think about that. Energy cell. Alright. So I jumped down there, got an energy cell. I don't think there's anything else. Whoops. Oh, that's funny. It lets you pick that up even when you're standing on it. Okay, that was, see, that was a failure. I was trying to get the gas canister up on the higher level. I have a reason to do that, but it doesn't look like it's going to be worth the effort. At least the load times are short, unlike Cyberpunk 2077. So we got the energy cell. Yeah, I got these 2 extra slots up here now because of... Actually, yeah, 3 extra slots because there's one on the bottom too. Or maybe not. How many slots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe you just get 2 extra slots for strength. Anyway. No. Right through the swing. Oh. So we're up here now, but the turret wants to get us. We got the thing, so that's all fine. There's a healing bot somewhere soon.
Goes down with the ship.
In a manner of speaking, we won't hand our research over to fanatics, not without a fight.
Something's happening. Another squad of terrorists.
Where?
Right below us. They're going through the apartments.
You sure you're gonna stay and fight?
If our enemies capture this facility, they'll learn how you were made. Stand by us, Alex. You're the one with combat training. Maybe you could handle the intruders before they reach my companion and me.
Is this entire facility for studying us, the trainees? Was I under the microscope in Chicago, too?
Biomodification is more involved than you might imagine, Alex. This facility was for your protection.
You know my name.
I better know a lot more than that if my code is going to be regulating protein synthesis in the cells of your body.
Alright, so there's some bad guys coming up this way. Huh? Yeah, there's the bad guys. I don't know what was happening back there, but... Alright, that didn't go too badly. Is that just a texture? Yeah. Don't want a gun. That's all they dropped.
Tracking, reporting, incursion.
Oh. I was hoping she'd crash through the glass. That's okay. Don't worry.
It's not safe!
No, it is. Calm down. Where'd the other person go?
Well done, Alex D. I just read in your file that of all the trainees, Dr. Nassif picks you as the most likely to support our objectives. She appears to have been right.
When do I find out what this program is all about?
When we have you safe inside another Tarsus facility, we can no longer protect ourselves in North America.
So the research is happening all over the world?
First, let's get you out of here. I can't offer you much, but I was just repairing this silencer for Leo. Maybe you could make use of it.
Thanks.
That should fit most firearms. Good luck. Be careful of our turrets and alarms. The terrorists have reprogrammed them. That's strange.
Okay, he gave me a silencer.
We're in danger!
I took care of it. Why are you still scared? There's my apartment. Did I just see somebody running through there? Well, at least they can't see my bed or in my bathroom. Where's my bed? Where's my window? That's the kitchen. Yeah. Okay.
You must be wondering if there is a connection between this attack and Chicago. I don't think so.
Oh, you're just having multiple facilities getting attacked by different people. You make a lot of enemies. I can't hack that yet.
The order reprogrammed our security system. We're stuck here unless we can get past the beam trigger.
What's it do? Trip an alarm?
Are you kidding? This is a top secret lab. Those are gold beams. They're set up to flatline a person in about a quarter second.
Is there another way out?
I guess this room might have a ceiling vent or something, but that won't do me any good. I'm claustrophobic. If you've got a multi-tool, you might try hacking the control panel next to the beams, or disable it with an EMP weapon, or something else that might work. Just blow the whole thing up with a grenade. Red beams that trip alarms, and green ones that trigger gas bombs.
There's an explosive crate.
Just a way to intimidate intruders. The laser beams themselves are invisible.
Here's a multi-tool. And ta-da! A red canister. Black market biomods.
I was on my way out when they hacked the security.
Another multi-tool.
I feel so helpless standing here, waiting to be gunned down by some fanatic.
The Denton's myth and mystery. Although many of his actions remain shrouded in mystery, we do know that J.C. Denton played a major role in resolving the Grey Death Plague. However, some suspect they also initiated the collapse. He began as an agent for UNATCO, but realizing that it was corrupt, he joined his brother Paul and the NSF revolutionaries. Both J.C. and Paul remain powerful and mysterious figures in the global imagination, even though no one has heard from either of them in decades. A few radical thinkers believe the Dentons will return, but most have concluded that they simply perished in the collapse. Yes, that Denton family. Old J.C. and Paul D.
The Order Church is in big trouble if they finally give it.
Black Market Biomod. Where do we put neural interface? Goes in the head.
And the absolutists. I'm really going to call security if you don't cut it out.
Oh yeah, people get cranky. People get cranky if they see you hacking stuff, but I don't care. Security camera off. I'm not high level enough to do anything with the turrets yet. Brian, turn off the beams and the cameras. Beams off. Nothing else in this room, I don't think. So that comes out here. And there's a med bot. They fly now.
Repairing wounds. Healing functions complete.
So here's a room with some enemies in it.
I wonder what made that noise. I'd better look into this.
There's a room with enemies in it. There's a poison canister. Maybe I should go there. I didn't know he was going to come around this way. Buzz off. Oh, this door doesn't open. Shoot. Is he gonna come this? He walked into the gas. He just walked right into the gas. Whoa. I can really throw bodies far now that I got that gorilla arms. Okay, what did he drop?
Calibration disruption. Reset. Assembling tissues. Healing aborted.
Not what I was trying to do. I was trying to throw it down the hall, not blow it up.
Repairing wounds. Tissue viability restored.
I nearly killed the medbot. Okay, pistol. Clip. So that's one guy out of that room down. There's a camera right on the left. There's a different way into the room though, of course. It being a Deus Ex game. I keep forgetting there's no sprint button. Yeah, it's just a button on this side. I knew you could open that. There's a spider bot here. Do I have... I don't think the baton does anything up against mechs. And I don't think the knife is going to do much. That's money in a cell. Money in an energy cell. I guess I'll use a multi-tool. I don't know how many you can carry. I don't know if it maxes at 20. Like the last game did. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Spider-bot down. This is that room from before, but we're on an upper level. There's the camera. Let me hack it, please. There we go.
Where I can see you clearly.
No. There's a computer over here. If I can get over here quick and do it. Whoops. I keep hitting the wrong button because I was playing Minecraft. And in Minecraft, the L trigger is activate instead of the A button. Release the spider bot, it'll be on my side. Camera's already disabled, can't do it. Turrets. Oh, did he kill my spider bot?
Your turn. Just wait till it's your turn.
He killed my spider bot, that jerk. I went to all that trouble. And he killed it. Whoops. That was a pistol, I didn't mean to pick that up. You're gonna wake up with a crick in your back. That's what you get for killing my spider bot. Alright, what do we got here? That's where the spider bot came out of. Is there any other goodies? You can walk along this beam to get out here. I feel like I'm missing something over here, but... This doesn't let you jump through there. Huh. Okay. Brain scans. Exit. So is that it? Is that the escape? Is that the escape from the academy? Let me just check my goals. Exit. Yeah, I've only got one goal. Exit. So I guess that does it for the academy.
The order is with you. Go. You're free.
Who are you?
I'm Lin Chen, High Augur to Her Holiness. We can't protect you in Upper Seattle. You will have to come to our church, then we can talk more.
Protect me from who?
Dr. Nassif, she will try to recapture you.
No one forced me into the covert ops program.
That's because you never tried to leave. Believe me, you would have been killed the second you let down those scientists. The ones posted around your bedroom back there.
The only killers I've seen so far are your order troopers.
I apologize. My overzealous captain disobeyed orders. He was instructed to mount a rescue.
You can't control your own people?
The church suffers from certain internal disputes. I can explain more later. Hurry, Alex. You'll find us in the old Hartford turbine factory in Lower Seattle.
Well, maybe I don't want to work with you. Maybe I don't trust you. Elevator music. Seattle, Washington. So the order is a search for balance with a leader called Her Holiness. I wonder if they're just basically the Templars. Are they just basically the Templars again? I don't really remember, but it seems like it. They seem to don't like technology and stuff. Yes, yes. There's multiple different factions. Do what you want to do. There's our logo for Tarsus Academy. And we're done with that. We're out in the world. Got a couple of thugs standing here.
Ma'am, that's close enough. Do not approach the checkpoint.
What's going on? Why am I the one being questioned? I just escaped from a raid on Tarsus.
Let the WTO handle this disturbance. Just answer my questions. Who do you work for? All non-enclave workers must leave the area until security can be restored.
That's one of them.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, you can pass, but you're instructed to report immediately to Chief Morgan at the WTO air terminal.
Is something wrong?
Just move along so we can seal off the area.
You'll be safe in the WTO enclave. Whatever you do, don't go down the inclinator into Lower Seattle. The Order terrorists are strong there.
I am going to go down into Lower Seattle. I wasn't going to until you said that. Now that you said that, I'm going to.
Why me? Are you sure you've got the right person?
I just spot faces. They didn't tell me what you did.
I'm sure Chief Morgan knows what she's doing.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything.
Tell it to the Chief.
Yeah, tell it to the Chief. The train station's around the bend. Just follow the upper sidewalk.
I said, tell it to the Chief. Move along.
May Her Holiness watch over you. Okay, the Order has given us a free map. That's nice. Report to the Order, report to the WTO. Who do we want to go talk to first? We'll find out next time. When we come back to Deus Ex Invisible War. I actually remembered the subtitle this time. So we're starting off to the right there at Tarsus Academy. And we'll explore Seattle when we come back.
Good. Now forget everything those troopers just said. I trust the WTO about as much as I now trust Tarsus. If you need further proof of the program's duplicity, you should stop by Nassif's apartment. I got the address when I broke into her office. Apartment 2224, Emerald Suites. I'm transmitting a map of the complex to you now.
Oh, okay, so maybe we'll do that first. Maybe we'll follow our friend's suggestion first.
Get out of Upper Seattle while you can. The WTO could decide to arrest you at any moment. You can reach the lower districts via the inclinator at the northwest corner of the Enclave.
Right, we're getting conflicting orders already from all these different people. We got nightclubs, we got a Pequods down below. Now all of a sudden we got branches, we got choices, we got an opened up little bit of a area to come back to next time. It's still kind of indoors. Sort of. Club Vox. Emerald Suites. So when we come back next time, I guess we'll try to find the Emerald Suites. Assuming it's over there where the sign says it is. Next time.